So like I'm in Italiano, it's all over again.
Okay, so everybody knows that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that February is Heart Month, and that April is Alcohol Awareness Month. But what's March? March is MS Awareness Month. Also, March happens to be the last month that my dad has to train before his first ever bike race. It's not just any bike race though, he's training for the MS 150. The MS 150, it's a 2-day race. It was established by the National MS Society, and during those 48 hours, thousands of bikers will bike a total of 150 miles, starting in Houston and finishing in Austin. According to the National MS Society, this bike ride is the largest event of its kind in North America. With 13,000 cyclists, 3,500 volunteers, and countless spectators, this was a big event. During the race, everyone's obviously biking, and there's water stations, and people are helping out, but in the midst of everything, everyone's coming together to help raise awareness. They're coming as a community just to, together they raise millions of dollars every year, and that goes towards a fund to find a cure for MS. My dad, he doesn't have MS, he's fine, he's healthy, but he wanted to contribute, he wanted to join the community, so he decided that he was going to do the race. So him and a few of his friends from high school, they got together and they joined a team, and they've been training the past 5 months. And I'm like, Dad, like, you don't bike, like, what are you doing? And he said, you know, I'm around this every day, like, I sell drugs to people with MS, and they're just so miserable. They, it's a really sad disease. You lose your ability to walk or hear or see, and it's just really sad because there's no cure, and that's why we need to raise awareness to educate the public so we can find a cure. So what is MS? MS is short for multiple sclerosis, but that's just way too much to say, so I'm just going to keep saying MS. WebMD described it as a long-distance disease that affects your brain, spine, optic nerves, and your eyes, and it can cause problems with vision, balance, muscle control, and other basic functions. Scientists don't know exactly what causes it or what triggers it, but studies have led to believe that multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disorder that affects the central nervous system, which includes your brain, your brainstem, and your spine. Doctors also believe that multiple sclerosis is caused by when your body is exposed to a virus that they've never seen, just a weird unknown virus. And when it's exposed, it completely throws off the immune system, leaving it unbalanced and confused. And the white blood cells are, since they're confused and just, it's all chaos, they attack your nerves and your own central nervous system. According to my dad, he said that the immune system specifically attacks myelin, which is a fatty material that surrounds and protects your nerve fibers. So basically it's just like a ball, and it's the myelin is a shield that protects your nerves, and that's what the blood cells are attacking. So imagine it like a lamp in your house. Your lamp is only going to turn on if you plug it in with the cord. The cord is made out of rubber. The rubber is insulating the wires inside. So say your cat or your dog like bites or completely breaks the lamp and your wires become exposed. When that happens, typically your lamp won't turn on again because of the exposed wires. Just like that in a lamp, whenever your nerves are exposed because the myelin's being damaged, there's the transmission of signals is disrupted, meaning the brain can't send messages to your body anymore to do things, and it's just a huge problem, and that's why it causes loss of vision, tingling, or numbness in your muscles, and fatigue all the time. So if you have, who has it? Out of 100 people, one of every people is living with MS today. Above MS said that multiple sclerosis is not contagious or directly inherited. However, gender has been found to be a factor associated with disease. Unfortunately, MS is typically found in women more than men. National MS Society that it's at least 2 to 3 times more common in women than a man, suggesting that hormones also play a significant role in determining susceptibility to MS. Also, the most common age for diagnosis is between 20 and 40 years old. So if you have MS, what do you do? So unfortunately, there's no cures yet. That's why we're raising awareness. So for over 140 years, there was no treatment at all because they didn't know what MS was. They just saw the symptoms of the brain. And so the central nervous system, the damage, caused inflammation and lesions and scarring in your brain, and that's what they saw. They saw that. That's what they decided they needed a fix. So back then, doctors used steroids to help treat the inflammation in the brain. But just because they were fixing the inflammation doesn't mean that the myelin was okay. They didn't even know that was happening because that was so long ago. But up until 1993, there were no treatments for it. And in 1993, FDA passed the first drug that was to be used specifically for people with MS. It was called an interferon, and originally interferon, it's a injectable drug. It was originally used to treat cancer back in the day, but now it was used to help people with MS. This therapy had to be injected into the body on a daily basis to help control symptoms and slow the progression of the disease. So in a couple of years, when the oral drug was invented, everybody was crazy about it because nobody wanted to inject themselves anymore because nobody likes needles, and the oral pill is just so much easier. But today in 2017, there are 14 FDA-approved therapies that are actively used to help relapse and slow down the progress of the disease. Not to brag, but the company that my dad works for, out of the 14 drugs used today, 5 of them are from my dad's company, and he goes around Houston and he sells to doctors and tries to help out over there. So living with MS, it's a constant struggle. Every day is a battle for people because they can't, it's not the same for everybody. There's mild in different cases, but typically your body, your muscles like freeze up and you can't move, you can't talk. It's different in everybody, but things we take for granted, like walking down the stairs or just getting up in the morning or making breakfast, some of them can't even do that. And people have MS. It's more common than you think. Imagine like you see a lady at HEB and the line, and you see her like, oh my god, like she hasn't even brushed her hair. But little do you know, she has multiple sclerosis, and I doubt the last thing she thought of was to brush her hair, because her morning is probably so crazy whenever you can't move like that. So this disease leaves you chronically tired, and you're always hurting, and it leaves you hopeless, and it makes life so much more difficult. Multiple sclerosis impacts so many people, and they need our help. My dad and thousands of other people in this community are banding together so that they could find a cure for MS. Okay, that was really bad. I'm sorry. Thank you guys.